Hello, good evening, everyone. Let's come together. Business Sustainability 2023. School of Money audiobook coming soon. Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. You're welcome. I'm Olumide Emmanuel. I'm going to be your host in the next 1 hour. I don't know where you are right now, but I believe it's 8 p.m. Nigerian time, and we're going to be spending the next 1 hour together. If you are joining from anywhere in the world, it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Well, we're going to be having an amazing time, and joining me today will be two amazing guests that will be sharing with us their experience concerning the Business Sustainability Summit 2023. So we all know what happened in COVID, and we all realize that after COVID, a lot of businesses went belly up. Up until now, many businesses are still facing a lot of challenges, and some of them are beginning to close down, even in our nation, Nigeria, on the continent, and in different parts of the world. The question then will be, how do you as an entrepreneur or as a business person position yourself and your organization to remain sustainable, even in this chaotic world? So last year, I was inspired to host an event on business sustainability. It was supposed to just be a one-day event, but as the day was drawing near, we saw that a lot of people from different parts of the country needed to be a part of it. It ended up becoming a fully residential event. And after the event, we got a lot of amazing feedback, and I realized that it was something that we needed to continue to do annually to help strengthen and position businesses for sustainability. We all know, and we've heard over and over again, that over 80% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. A further 80% fail within the next 5 years. So you find out that many of the businesses that we have in our world today are either on their way out, or they're already out, or they're just starting and moving towards being out. And only few of them actually survive to become a thriving business that is sustainable. Many businesses on the continent have not been able to survive the death of the founder. So some businesses start, and then immediately after they start, before you know it, once the owner of the business dies, the business is gone, because many people start businesses for the purpose of survival. And survival mentality is not the right mindset for business sustainability. So last year was amazing. I shared a lot of amazing stuff last year, some of which we're going to be repeating here. And this year is going to be just super. So on Friday, the 29th of September, that's next month, Friday, 29th of September, we are having the Business Sustainability Summit 2023. Joining me this year will be Morayo Afolabi Brown, and she's going to be talking to us about building and sustaining a media platform. She's been able to birth a platform that's a talk show that celebrated their 10th year just this year. And to be able to do that, she has a lot of stories to share, because many of you probably want to be able to build something that is not necessarily a brick and mortar business. It might be a business that has to do with e-commerce. It may be a business that is more of a platform that has to do with either media or entertainment or consultancy. You need to know what to do to be able to stay sustainable. Also joining me will be AY. Ayomakun AY has been able to build his personal brand to become a global brand. So he's going to be sharing with us on how to build and sustain your personal brand. Every individual is a personality, and every individual can do something around their gifts, around their talents, around their potential, around their personality, and build it into a global level where they begin to make money. So we have a lot of people that have struggled in different aspects of life until they discovered the uniqueness of their personality or the uniqueness of their gift, and they began to package themselves and position themselves. And today, many of them are global figures. So AY will be sharing with us some amazing stuff, and I believe that this is an opportunity that no one should miss. And of course, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be taking 4 amazing sessions in this year's edition, I'm going to be sharing with you so many things that will help you, because I've been around for a while. I've succeeded in different aspects. I've failed in some aspects, and I know how to succeed, and I know how to fail, and I know how to fail forward. So I can use my experience, both the bitter and the sweet and the sour, and I can use that to be able to help you to be able to leverage, and have a better journey. So if you're listening to us right now, mark your calendar. There are two options you have. You can join us for the fully residential version. The fully residential version is 500,000 because the venue is the Sheraton Hotel in Lagos, in Ikeja, and the fully residential version is 500,000. So with 500,000, that covers for your hotel accommodation, it covers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it covers for breakfast on Saturday morning. And then apart from the event itself, we're going to be having a dinner coaching session together on Friday nights for those that are fully residential. Then for those that are non-residential, it's going to be 400,000 naira. For those that are non-residential, it's going to be 400,000 naira, and that will give you all the materials, all the seminar, except for the room and the dinner session. So it's going to be an amazing opportunity you should not miss at all. So I'm going to be bringing in two of our I don't want to call them guests because I don't consider them to be guests, but they've been part of our network, and they were part of the Business Sustainability Summit last year. And this year, I've asked them to come and share their experience so that those of you that need to be a part of this can also learn from them. So let me check out and see if they are here so that I can invite them to come on board. So I'm going to be joined by Coach Nancy, and also Faith Ochuko will be joining me. So let's look for Coach. See Coach. Let's see if she's here. Okay, so and then let's look for. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
It's nice to have you. Let me just try and invite Faith also.
Okay.
And then okay. So I have these two amazing ladies. Coach Nancy in the building.
Thank you, sir.
So how have you been? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we have Faith also. Okay. Welcome.
Good evening, sir.
How are you today?
I'm good, sir.
God bless you. Thanks for joining me to be a part of this 40th session. So we have so many things to unpack tonight, and I know you ladies are loaded. So let's start with introduction. So Coach Nancy, and then we'll go to you, Faith. Just tell us about yourself, about your organization, what you do, so that people can get to know more about you. So let's start with you, Nancy.
Okay, my name is Nancy Nnadi. Okay, I'm an entrepreneur, also a business consultant and a coach. So I started my first business 17 years ago, which is a telecom business. I have evolved over time, starting up my consulting firm, which is about 5 years now. And we have helped over 10,000 entrepreneurs in that line. And I'm so glad to be on the platform today. Thank you.
Yes, so you're welcome. The telecom in the village that is making money than those that are in the city. Okay, so Faith, let's hear from you. Let people get to know you.
Okay, so my name is Faith Ogheneochuko. All my life be around business. I started business made after secondary school, that thing that, children want to do. You want to just put your hand in something. Started doing trading. Then after school, I ventured into some other things, into cosmetic production, into haulage and logistics, and now I'm into real estate. But, I'm particularly glad that I came to the event because I failed several times. And now I'm into real estate, Oliver Self Properties. We're into sales and development.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, I started business as a teenager, and I've done lots of businesses. And out of all the businesses that I've done, 6 of them have failed, and some failed woefully. And about 9 of them have done well and doing amazingly well. So I've had the opportunity to start early. So when you start early and you fail, you still have enough time. But don't go and fail. So, the Business Sustainability Summit last year was amazing. And we're having the edition for this year. And one of the things I've come to realize is that most of the time we host these events, and then after the event, people start calling. Is the event still holding? And when are you doing the next one? I'm like, where were you? We have been announcing. Now we are not doing this live. They will not come on until we finish. And I'm like, is it everything you'll be doing every year? We just finished the Global Real Estate Executive Bootcamp, and people are asking, can I join next? I said, there is no next year. It may never happen again. Opportunities are not going to be there forever. So I want us to talk about the Business Sustainability Summit. So Nancy, I'll start with you again, and then we'll go to Faith. You were there last year. Let's start with, how did you get to know about the event, and why did you attend? Let's start with that.
Okay, so I got to know about the event from my mentor, Tara Fela-Diote. She has mentored me over some years now. So immediately I saw her on the flyer, I had to be there. And also, I have listened to you when you came to my church, Global Impact Church. So I'm one of the ministers in the church. So I've listened to you and I've learned a lot. And I realized that it's like we have a lot of things in common. So I said, I have to draw from this person. Anywhere you are going, let me just attend that class. And I would like to anyone, I've gotten a lot of value from just listening to you, whether it's on YouTube or even coming to that Business Sustainability Summit. I remember I asked a question, then I was trying to diversify. My telecom business has been on for a while, and I asked you a question. That answer got me thinking. And today, asking that question and getting answers, because one of the issues I used to have in my early days of business was not getting practical people to give you practical solutions. It's not about just giving oral or theoretical solutions or giving solutions with caution. There's a way you give solutions and you're trying to I don't want you to fall So people give you practical, relatable, applicable solution that you can hold on your hand and move. And one of the decisions I made after that session was to actually try and see how I can diversify. And I can tell you that investment has actually yielded more than double. So what I realized is that when I came to the class, the practical knowledge was too much. There was so much to take away, because people that are speaking to you, they are speaking from experience in business and they've done it over the years. So when they speak to you, you know that, no, this person knows what he or she is saying. They are not guessing. They know what they are saying, and they are backing it up with facts and data to say, look at what happened. So for me, it was just like an eye-opener, and I learned so much from that session. And I learned from even every other person that spoke, from Slot, from Tara, from you. You had a lot. You had a lot to dish out that. It's like we didn't even have enough time to take off from you. So we're still looking up to the next time to collect more.
Yes,
so much.
Business Sustainability 2023 is around the corner. Another opportunity to come and collect and connect. Faith, what did you hear about the program and why did you choose to attend?
Okay, so I heard about the program from a very good friend, and I know you know the good friend, Mrs. Olushola Obasa. Okay, so I actually came to your church, and although she actually told me about 2 years ago before the lockdown that they attended herself and the husband, and she was like, I should attend. And I just waved it off. Then I came to the church. I didn't even she didn't invite me to the church. I just found my way to your church. I came, and the morning the SDLS, I'm like, is this church? So when I had, the business, I'm like, no. If I need to be here every 8 a.m. on Sunday, I'm good. So they now made, during the service, one of the services, they made advertisement of tea, the Tea Academy, and I partook of it. And I'm like, what is going on here? Where have I been? And don't forget, I said I failed severally. And I've so much failed that there is this fear of going into business and you are thinking you're going to fail. So when I went through the 5 days of tea, I'm like, no. And they kept doing the advert of, so I had to, it was during tea that I paid. I said, no, I must be here. And Miss Olushola kept advising me, go, you will meet people and you will connect, it to be good. The truth is, I came, I saw, I conquered. There's something they say here in England. If you see something, say it is sorted. That was exactly what happened to me. And honestly, I can't tell you all that is. Majorly, I picked customer service, and I know what that has done.
Wow.
I know what that has done for me. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. A lot of people, they read books from all kinds of people. And I was even saying here in some of the meetings I've had that many of the people that they lecture in economics, they lecture in business theory, they have never run a business before.
True.
There are economists that have never done business before. They're just talking theory. There are many things that no Bible school, no business school, no book will teach you. It is when you enter real life that you will learn, into mentorship with people that know what they are talking about. So if you are listening to us right now and you are a businessman, you are a businesswoman, you are a family business, you are just starting out, or you are already in business and you want to ensure that your business becomes sustainable, this meeting is not one you should miss. So if you are anywhere in Nigeria, it's fully residential. It's fully residential. And one of the things that we have done is that the discount window have been extended up until the end of this month. So for the fully residential version, instead of paying 500,000, you pay 350,000 as long as you pay between now and the end of this month, which is next week. So you need to call those numbers now, book your slot. You can make a deposit and say, look, just lock down a slot for me. Now listen and listen well. If you are not going to be able to join us fully residential, you can join for the event itself. The only thing you miss is the dinner coaching session and then breakfast and also coaching session the next morning. But you're going to be a part of the entire event, and that will be 400,000. But the discount has also been extended up until the end of this month, so you pay 200,000. So fully residential 350, non-residential 200,000, and I can tell you for free, this is nothing compared to what you're going to get. Because many times, I don't know why people see opportunities, they don't take it, and then you end up paying more for the trouble when you don't. So let's talk to people about. So, Coach Nancy, what were the major highlights of this summit for you out here? What were the major highlights that, okay, I got this, and then we'll move on to
for me, I love financial management a lot. I love managing money, and I love money growing. So there was something you said about it is not enough to be paper rich or to be book rich than you physically being rich. That actually struck me because it's something I've been trying to even put together. And apart from that, in the session, there were answers that came that you are not even prepared for. Like for me, there was something you said. You said there was a word you said, and that word comes to the situation I was at that time. You said the best time to leave a stage is when your ovation is at the highest. I was like, this man is saying something to me. It's like you are throwing a lot of light to me. So I was speaking it and I was writing them down. Even though I've done business for years, let me tell you something. There is always something to learn. There is always, I learned a lot. Even I've been with her for years. Some of the stories she shared inside the hall, I still learned a lot from the fact that she had a product that they were selling in China without her consent. So I see, because I realized that you can't learn so much of even your mentors. As they come on board, they have so much in them. They can always give you new things. And you can pick up. You can be with that person and realize that some of the things the person is saying is still fresh. So I learned a lot about understanding your staff, even though I know to an extent, but there are some things that you said that day that made me to understand that no, I have to do this thing this way, I have to do this thing this better way. And also getting the book, the money book, that book is a game changer. That book has everything that you even want to talk about. So coming to that sustainability session helped me with a lot of clarity regarding my point. I was trying to diversify into a lot of things, and also you explaining the fact that we need to also dive into investment, which one of the things, I'm always running away from investment. I'm always running away from real estate. I can only buy the one I'm so sure about or where I am. But using it as business was never something I've thought of before. But coming to that class and having that dinner, asking those direct questions, I was able to get some facts, some real answers that can make me make clear decision on what to do, which helped me anyway from that time till now. And I can say, at least I was telling someone now that I heard it from you first when you said, whenever you want to invest, you can invest so much of a percentage of your money in secured investment. Then you can play with what you feel you can throw away, which normally I will never do that. I just want to hold on to all the investment. Like I don't want to throw away anything. But today I can actually decide, okay, let me invest maybe 10% of this amount here. So if it's gone, I don't mind. I won't kill myself over it. I still have 90% for myself, and it varies from whatever percentage you feel is okay for you. But I never knew that until I encountered you, and that actually helped me. And there's a lot of things that you say that, in short, there are too many. There are too many. They are just nuggets that you have to write down, go back to them, and apply them in your life. And they work. They work.
Wow. Faith.
Yes, sir. So, you see, we can't even say, oh, there are too numerous. Okay, let me pick one. The one, when you first started talking, you said business is not meant as a survivor. If you are going into business as a survivor, then that business, and that is all I first had all over me. It was like, I said there is this fear of, at a time in my life, I'm like, oh, there is no this thing as amubo. You do one business, it fails. You come back, you do another one, it fails. So already, so I had to first change my mindset. You told us a lot about changing our mindset as an entrepreneur and as a leader. So the first thing was to let myself know, okay, I actually failed in business because I don't know some things. I don't have some basic things. So it's not as if there are village people somewhere making you fail. It's because the knowledge is not there. So when I got that right, and I started putting some things in place, I learned more on the customer care thing. I had an issue of staff leaving my organization. And you said something about, I know one of us asked a question. She was on last week. And, you were like, train people, train your staffs. And she was asking, if you train them and they leave, you said you've done your key, and those are part of the fears. And I told myself, train them, because I know I've trained a lot of staffs in real estate and they're doing better than they have to leave. So you coming to tell us, keep training them, like, does he really know what? But I looked at it, you have been there, you've seen it, so I did that, and that has been working. Then customer care. Customer care is something that has helped a lot. You won't believe what customer care has done. Now, let me paint a scenario. Tara said, customer is not just the king, they are the kingdom. So I actually kept that in my head, and I'm working with that. Something happened in my organization, real estate, sir, you are into real estate, some things can happen, and we had issue with clients from the UK. I was not around when the transaction took place. I was in the UK when the transaction took place. And, they brought me in. And they were like, madam, you must solve it. It's you with, when I kept remembering the class, they are the kingdom. They are the kingdom. So I actually sorted them out. And yesterday, sir, do you know, they called me for a meeting in the UK. I met with this client. And the first thing was they applied that, no, you're a good businesswoman. For you to stay in that it, and you absorbed all that and you solved it. That alone gave me a lot of joy. It gave me a lot of joy. And these ladies are willing to do personal business. It's like, over dinner, they were like, what can we do with this so amount? We can trust you. So that alone is a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Many times, a lot of us feel that, oh, I'm just training people, they will now leave me. I'm not going to train people. Everybody you train, you are increasing the capacity of the workforce of the nation. It's part of your commitment to the nation. Because if you don't train people and they leave you and they enter your sector, they will destroy your sector. At the end of the day, it works in your industry. They will be the charlatan industry. It will affect the image of your industry. But when you train people well, even if they leave you and go and do the same thing, they are all building the industry. So we always have to see the impact aspect of everything we do, that apart from making money, we are making impact and we are making a difference. So if you are listening to us right now, we are talking about business sustainability 2023. In 2022, we had the event. And if you want to get the park for 2022, it's now available. Last year, I shared on the 7 realities of today's marketplace, how that we live in a VUCA world, and there are many realities that you need to understand in order to survive in today's market. I also shared on 20 reasons why businesses fail. Then I shared on 7 warning signals to note. And then I shared on how to fail forward to avoid bankruptcy. Then I shared on leading in tough times. And then I shared on positioning for growth. It was amazing. So you can get the entire pack. And so just call the numbers on the screen for last year. For this year, I'm going to be sharing on understanding on playing your role as a business leader. Many times when we employ people, we start the business, then we employ people, we give them job description, but we don't even know our own job description. A lot of CEOs are busy doing management instead of doing execution. Instead of being an executive, we are doing the job of a manager. You are supposed to be making executive decisions and leaving the management in the hand of the staff. But because you don't understand your own job, you are expecting them to do for you what you should do for yourself. And you keep getting angry. You are not thinking. You are not even bringing idea. That's not their job, man. You are the CEO. They are just there to eat. They are there to collect salary. So you have to understand your job. So that's the first thing I'm going to be sharing this year. Understanding and playing your role as a business leader, as a business executive, so that I will give you your job description as an executive. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking you on staff recruitment and retention masterclass. Because if you are ever going to succeed in business, your staff matter. And I'm going to be sharing 25 things that will amaze you about how to recruit and how to retain staff. I've had people working with me that have been with me for 30 years, 27 years. People have been with me for 25 years, 18 years. And I've had people that didn't stay 1 year. What is the difference? We're going to be looking at that. So it's something you need to learn. Then we're going to be I'm going to be giving you what I call the catalog of documents that you require as an entrepreneur when it comes to doing business. A lot of people even employ staff, no employment letter, no job description, no orientation. Many organizations don't even have staff handbook. They don't have policy manual. They don't even understand. Then you are not signing non-compete agreements. You are sending somebody to go and do a course. You are paying for them, and there's nothing they are signing. And after you have spent money on them, they will leave you and carry your money away. What are all the documents that you need to have to sign with your staff in your organization? I'm going to be giving all that to you. And then finally, I'm going to be talking to you on corporate governance. A lot of people don't realize that as long as you remain a one-man business, solo business, there are some realms you can never get into. But when you system structures in place and you structure your business as a global organization, there are global best practices that people want to see to relate with you. If you want to enter the realm of billion, not all these 10,000, 1 million, 2 million, you want to enter some big realms and do global stuff, you need corporate governance. So I'm going to be sharing with you on corporate governance and how you can position your organization for greater things and for sustainability. This is what you are going to be getting, apart from AY sharing his own, and then Morayo sharing our own. If you miss it, it's your fault. It's just one day, Friday, the 29th of September. If you are joining us fully residential, then we will leave on Saturday. So we'll be there with 500,000, and we have extended the discount 350 to the end of this month. So with 350,000, your accommodation is sorted out. breakfast, lunch, dinner, plus breakfast the next day, Abba, with 350 in Nigeria. And then you have all the sessions. And then on Friday night, we're going to have a coaching dinner where you will be able to ask questions. Then on Saturday morning, we also have some time together before you leave. And then for those of you that do not want to stay, maybe you live in the area, you say, okay, let me just pop in and pop out, no problem. You can leave by 5 p.m. So from 8 a.m. to 5, we have the main session. 5 to 7, we go on break. And 7 p.m. to fade, we are good to go with the dinner. So make sure you join us for this event. Call the numbers on the screen, and you'll be glad you did. Now, let's talk about money. So I know you guys are entrepreneurs and you paid for a lot of stuff. A lot of people find it difficult to pay to go and attend events. I see people talking about, and I've said it over and over again, if you don't pay, you don't pay attention. A lot of people want to be free. So Nancy and Faith, talk to us. How important is it for you to pay for knowledge and pay for your personal development, and then encourage people again on the value that this kind of events will give to them? So Nancy, let's start with you again.
So one of the things I realized is that a lot of people prefer to waste their money, fail first, rather than getting the knowledge. I remember when I started my business, I was looking for who to give me practical solutions, business advice. I was ready to pay. Because at that time, I took a lot of my capital to go and buy an asset, and I needed capital to run my business. I made one silly mistake that I can never make again. But at that time, I was looking for someone to pay. So I like to tell people that the cost of paying for a training saves you so many things that you have not even grown up to. Going for this particular program, there are some things that will happen to you in the next few years that you are getting clarity for now to save you against any other thing that can occur in the nearest future. And even having the right person to ask questions, another thing. There's a lot of incomplete information out there. Now, getting people with experience to tell you, this is how to do it, and ensure they are giving you holistic advice or recommendation is something you don't even need to play with. And a lot of people think, oh, I can just learn and learn. And I tell people, if you learn from free on YouTube or on Instagram Live, you cannot get the total result. It's not a joke. It's not because when you come for the class, the master class is put together step by step of what you need to do. But listening on YouTube or listening on Instagram, you are going to get a snippet, just one part. And sometimes you can apply just a little part and make erroneous mistake. And you're not saying, pastor told me to go and do it. No, you didn't get complete information. Yeah. So those information you have already, go to the class, get the whole information, then start applying them. There's no how you will not change your story. But when you are taking bits, somebody is taking 30 minutes to quickly explain, and you now take it and run with it, you can just end up into some. Parts and run with it, and you now say policy is not good. After I gave my staff policy, I realized that they are now controlling me because you didn't get the remaining parts that made policy awesome. Yeah. So these things I want to encourage everyone. I won't lie to you. No matter sacrifice, pay for knowledge, and not only pay the money, sit down to also implement what you have paid for. I know sometimes it can be difficult, but that is it. Once you pay, be ready to also attend the class and also be ready to go and implement them. Just take it one step at a time. Sincerely, I'm not joking. This particular class, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, the experience is so much. Anytime he's speaking, there was a day you were talking about a particular thing, and you said, my mom will always tell me, I'm like, do we have the same mother? Because my mom speaks the same way too. He will say, if you never buy in a lie, you never buy in a truth. She will always tell me when I was trying to look for things. So when you have experienced people teaching you, I'm telling you, it's a total ball game. It's a total different game. Experience with knowledge, they've read all the book, they now have the practical experience in business. You can't compare it for anything. And sometimes when people think, oh, somebody will offer me lesser. So people say somebody will offer me a lesser one. Let me tell you, value is value. If you cannot pay for value, you will continue to get. And one of the reasons you will know you need these courses, all those things he has mentioned, staffing, you're having issues there, just enroll, go for the class and learn. Anything you are struggling with means that you don't have the full knowledge of it. That's just it. Once you can get the full knowledge of that thing and you start to implement, you will be a better person. So that's all I can say. So try and register. I would like to. The class was awesome, and apart from even learning, there is a lot of networking. People in the class are matured business people that are ready to even do business with you. So thank you, sir, for that.
That's true. There's this saying that if you say education is expensive, try ignorance. So
yes.
you know, sometimes, yes, you know, most times you want to jump guns. You feel, I've gone to school. You know, the 4 walls of classroom. You feel you're a graduate. There are so many, like you used to say, sir, that the real issue of life is there in the classroom. If you think that is where the real issue of life is not. So the truth is, there is nothing, most times, you know, and I've been in that situation, you feel, this money is too expensive now. Why will you just go and sit for few hours for this kind of money? But what that will do, if you are going to do the shwa within some seconds and you fail, you failed and you lose millions or billions, you will come back. Nobody will tell you, your brain will reset to come back to know that you need to gain it. The truth is, knowledge is, you can't get it for free. The truth is, anything you get for free does not add value. So if you really need value, if you really love yourself as an entrepreneur, you want value, you want to be there. You know, there is this man of God, Bishop Ogheneochuko used to say, he says the moon does not have the sun of its own. The moon correctly positioned to the sun. That is why they call it the sun moonlight. So if you correctly position, these things are the correct positioning. There are some things you will be there forever. But when you pay this little, they are tokens. Yes, it may look expensive, but they are not compared to what you are getting.
Yes.
So if you correctly position yourself, forget it. You'll be flying. You know, most of us we just want to jump the gun, and you can't jump it. If you jump up, you will jump down. So it's always good we do the right thing. And I'm really appealing to everybody. This is not a joke, like you've been saying. It's not a joke. Please, if you have the money, if you can afford it, please register. Please register. I know I'm going to be registering. I will be in Nigeria by then. I know I'm going to be registered. I know what networking I have done with just that one day event. I know so many that I've connected with. And I know, and you know, you told us something about collaboration, the collaboration skill. You know, it's before that you feel, let me do my thing. But this day, and that's where I learned it from. I told myself, I can't do this alone. You can't do real estate alone. You can't do other businesses alone. So if I had not come, I wouldn't know that. So please, I'm urging everyone, please register.
Wow.
I take advantage of the discounts.
Right now, we're talking about the Business Sustainability Summit 2023 coming up on Friday, the 29th of September. Friday, 29th of September, 2023. The venue is the Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria, and anyone from anywhere in the country can come and be a part of this event. It's fully residential, and we start by 8 a.m. on Friday morning, and then we wrap it up on Saturday. So on Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., we have the main event where I'm going to be sharing with you, and then we're going to be having AY sharing with us building how to build and sustain your personal brand. Then we have Morayo Afolabi Brown will be sharing with us on how to build and sustain a media platform, and that will be wrapping up by 5. So if you want to be a part of the non-residential version, it will just be 200,000 naira between now and the end of the month, which is the discount offer that is still available. But if you want to be part of the fully residential event, which will now also include a dinner coaching session and a breakfast hangout on Saturday morning, then that will be 350,000 between now and the end of the month, which is the discount that is still available. Call those numbers on the screen, and you can just lock down your slot and make a deposit. So you say, oh, 350, let me just pay 200 and balance 150 next month, so that at least we know you are coming, because it's fully residential. Hotel has to be taken care of, and many other logistics have to be taken care of before you come. Now, one of the uniqueness of this kind of events is, number one, the networking experience. We're going to be meeting with a lot of someone that is paying to come to that kind of event. Is not an anonymous person. So you know that you are in the room with the right kind of people, where you also be able to have networks with them. Number two, you have to be able to meet with people outside your industry. Many times we only have friends within our industry. If you are into teleconference, you are into real estate, you have real estate friends, and you don't know that there are other opportunities in hospitality, in all age, in manufacturing, in the career world, in IT. So when you come, you meet people from different fields, and you're able to now have clarity about other opportunities that are available that you can take advantage of. And we're going to be giving you materials that you will have that will go home with you, that you can use. And I'm telling you, this is an opportunity you cannot afford to miss. And just the maximum we can accommodate is 100 people. So if you want to register, take advantage of that and do it now. Well, in wrapping up, let me give you an opportunity to give us your final word so that I can release you. So Nancy, what's your final word to people? And then Faith, what's your final word to people?
Final word to people is, let's continue to learn. We must continue to learn and upgrade ourselves, because for us to constantly innovate in this market space that we have found ourselves, like Dr. Olumide will always say, that our competition is no longer within our industry. It is now both people in other countries. So you need to begin to learn from people that have that experience, wide experience, global experience to share with you. And also, as business owners, we should have budget for training yearly. Have budget. It's not only having budget for fueling and your overhead. No, personal development for the CEOs, for the staff. Have budget for them. And in one of your books, you also talked about budgeting for your staff training. Have budget for your staff. Have budget for yourself. At the end of the year, don't say I've gone to training last year. Every year, update yourself and look out for where you are weak and say, okay, I'm going to train myself in this regard, or I'm going to go for sustainability summit every year. That can just be like a routine for you. So it's something we should all try, because the truth is, for us to actually win in this business space, we must constantly be able to innovate. We must be ready to think. And the only thing that can spark us up into thinking the right way is going into class. Some things we're not thinking about it, but somebody will just ask a question, or somebody will say something, or the lecturer will give you a word, and you now start thinking that, oh, I've been in this. Like, one of the things I took from one of the sessions you had was, I had this, I love numbers a lot, and I have been a pioneer of promoting a particular software for all my students, and they will buy it. And I said, I can actually create my own accounting software. What do you mean, Naz? Why are you throwing away money? And after that class, I launched my accounting software called Accounting Boss. And I have my students are like, oh, and one of the things it's giving them is the fact that, oh, we can always upgrade, because it's a known person that have it. You can always write it to say, oh, why not add this to it? Why not add this to it? And this came from just attending that session. I would like to, it came from hearing you speak to say, what do you have around you? And this is something I've been pushing out the money to someone else for over 5 years. I'm talking about the person product like it's my own. Go and buy it, go and buy it. It's in me and I can create it. So this is what networking, going for classes can help you do. It's not about you thinking. A lot of people think, I know, what would they teach me? And that comes a lot with graduates. What would they teach you? I'm sorry, what they will teach you is too much. It's more than what they've taught you in school. Just pay, sit down, take your pen and start writing. And you will be amazed, and you will thank us that, oh, I actually came for this class. You will even send a thank you letter to the person that owns the program. And I just want to encourage you, don't say, oh, this is one of the things they say when they come online. No, this is different. Experience is there. The theoretical knowledge is there. Everything is there. Global experience is one of the things that a lot of classes lack, is that practical experience. Having somebody that has done business for over 20 years, sitting in class and you're asking questions, he's telling you, like, it's so relatable to the person because he has experienced it. So when you are saying my staff is telling you this is the solution, you might not even be seeing the solution because you feel everything is your staff fault. But they are telling you from experience that, madam, look this way. And you now realize that once you look that part, the problem is solved. That is what I want you to come and experience. Please don't miss this offer. Now there is early bird discount. Take it and enroll for the class. And I bet you will enjoy it and you will appreciate it.
Coach Nancy in the building. Oh,
thank you, sir.
They don't know that, and they don't want to know. The pride of education. The pride of education.
Yeah.
Because you have master's degree, you have never run any business. I have masters. Where is the result? Are you a master of finances? Come and Faith, what for us?
Yes, so that's it. So you need to come and learn. You know, anytime you stop learning, you start thinking. That's the truth. Because things keep going. There is knowledge every day. Knowledge keep increasing every day, and that's the truth. The truth is, you know, I in the class. There is this elderly man from Milorisa that asked a question of investment, and that just talked to me. I'm like, if this man is almost in his 70s, right?
Yeah.
If at that age, he still came from Ilorin for that program. And he came to attend and he is willing to learn, to do more. You know, where he was right in front of me. When he was asking that question, I'm like, hey, you have not started. If this man could come and is there. So it shows us that we should keep learning and learning. The day you stop learning, you start dying. And that's the truth. So we need, and like you said, we are learning from somebody that is not talk. You know, talk is cheap. It's not just talk. It's not theory. These are people that are there. Yes, they still need. Yeah, there is results. So those are the kind. And that's you don't know. Let me just give you one expo. I'm your member now. I've been attending your church ever since.
Wow.
So So I know. Please take advantage of this discount, and you will not regret it. It's not that's how they do online. No, you will not regret it. I can bet you. I know, sir. I know we'll see one-on-one. I know the deal, the little consultation I did yesterday night, just here, and I know as this program is going, I'm seeing their messages. They've opened a WhatsApp group to say, no, let's come and do something. And you know, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. You can never compare the person that's constantly going for knowledge every year with you. I remember I was in a particular, because I'm a dealer. I have dealership with some of the network, and sometimes I sit with my colleagues today. They are just into it. They are not even looking anywhere. You are telling them, come and attend training. They will say, I don't need training. And I'm like, I can't even cope with what they are talking about. I can't even attend the meeting because I've outgrown that level. I don't have energy. The truth is, I'm just appealing to any business owner here. Knowledge is powerful. Chase knowledge. And especially when you have people that have results, they have the knowledge, and they have proven testimonials to follow what they are doing. I'm telling you, don't wait. Don't wait. And you can't get it cheap. Let me tell you. They have so much value to drop. Even giving you that price already.
If it's too cheap, it will add value. If it's too cheap, it will add value.
Already, I'm telling you. So it's good to embrace it. And I know that you will share testimony later. Thank you, sir, for this opportunity. Yes,
so
really grateful, sir, for this platform.
It's nice to have you guys around. I just thought, let's bring all the people that attended last year now. Let them come and talk and encourage.
And that's a nice
many times. You talk and talk and talk. They think you are the only one just talking. They don't. People just know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't need money. What is all this wala? Let them go and learn now. Or you have to still help people, because when you see people crying, you see them making avoidance. You're like, you shouldn't be making this kind of mistake. And I think that everybody right now will take advantage of this. I'm going to put video on. I'm going to save this video now, so you can go to IGTV, get the video on my. So if you are not following me, follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm also going to upload it on my YouTube channel, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel on YouTube, so that you can have access to it. And so thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Faith, for joining me tonight.
Thank you so much, sir.
Let me release you to go.
We appreciate you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, bye.
Okay. So if you are still there, if you have any question, you can ask me a question. I'm going to be releasing them to go, but I'm going to stay on for 10 minutes. So if you have a question you want to ask me, either about the event or any other thing, feel free to ask the question. I'm going to be here for the next 10 minutes to answer your question. So if you have any question, I'm here to answer your question. The date again is Friday, the 29th of September. The venue is Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos, and the time is 8 a.m. in the morning. So for those that are going to be joining us for the days 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then for the fully residential, we are there till Saturday morning. So the discount window is still open, 350,000 for the fully residential version, 350,000 for the fully residential version, and 200,000 for the non-residential version. We've extended the discount till the end of the month of August. So take advantage of this. Akboyibo, whether you are starting business or you want to start or you have started, come. It's for everybody that is an entrepreneur. So even if you are just starting or you're about to start, that's the best time to come. Do you have any resources for NGO? I run and I'm looking for ways to scale up and upgrade. Come for this event. YIB community, come for this event. You'll be amazed at some of the things we're going to be sharing that it relates to every sector. In business, there are three kinds of business: positive business, negative business, and charity business. Hotel is included. Edomic construction. Hotel is already inside the money you are paying. The 350 covers for hotel, breakfast, lunch, dinner, hotel, everything is inside. So you are already paying for hotel inside. Sheraton Hotel, it's a 5-star hotel, and it's included. That's why it's 500,000. But we're just doing 350 because that's the discount window, and we're extending it to the end of the month. So if you have any question, call this number on the screen, 0809144743. And if you call, you are not getting through, send the message, they will get back to you. Send the WhatsApp chat, send the text, or 080290745588. Those are numbers to call, and all the details that you need will be given to you. Anyone that is in business, you are about to start, you have started. So what about we from outside Nigeria? Well, if you're outside Nigeria, this is more for those that are in Nigeria, because you may not, I don't know if you can travel down for just a one-day meeting, but if you can, you're welcome. So if you are traveling from outside Nigeria, let us know. It's only Friday, and then we leave on Saturday. But if you are coming from outside Nigeria, we can make arrangements. So Julian, we can make arrangements for you to come in on Thursday. So just contact the office so that they can know what we can do to assist you. So if you want to come from outside Nigeria, you're welcome. The information is relevant for the globe. So anybody can come from anywhere. So let's see. I think there's a question. Is coming. Okay. Good. Any other question? Let me know if you have any question. The floor is open. So this year, the topics will be understanding and playing your role as a business leader and executive. So to understand what are your roles as a business leader and executive. And then, okay, Marvel Power. Yeah, see you in London. So the real estate summit in London is coming up October 14. October 14. And if you know anyone in Canada, we'll be in Canada next week. So the Canada School of Money, Canada Hangout is next week. Jackie 5, sir, please, any online broadcast? No, it's a fully residential event. There's no online. It's 100% physical. But you can get the materials after the event. Last year's manual and materials are available. So we'll package the material for you after that. So we're also going to be looking at staff recruitment and retention masterclass. And then we're going to be looking into corporate governance. So it's going to be an amazing session this year. Looking at the manual for this year, the PowerPoint is ready and it's very, very rich. I'm telling you, very, very rich. We're going to be sharing some very amazing stuff. You cannot afford to remain small. Starting small does not mean you must remain small. You need to become a global organization that is playing on the global scale. So note those phone numbers. That's the password, the phone numbers. Call, text, send the chats, and then we'll be able to help you. Next week, Tuesday, we'll do this again. So next week, Tuesday, we're going to be doing another session just to do it every Tuesday. Then in September, I'm going to be having more like, I don't even know, maybe like 10 days in September. We're going to be looking at sustainability secrets. I'm bringing in a lot of people to come and share on the secret of their sustenance in running their organization. I'm telling you, you cannot afford to miss any of this meeting. So call the numbers. It's just one day. We're coming in on Friday and leaving on Saturday. It's a one-day fully residential event. It's the 29th. So please call this number on the screen. Thank you very much. I'm going to be signing TV, and then you can also get it on my YouTube channel, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel on YouTube. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Bye.